Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Ali and I am back with another Raid Shadow Legends video. So in this video, I want to showcase a team that I just came up with for Nightmare. And with this team, I went 1,500 turns in Nightmare Hydra, which is the maximum number of turns. And if you know what I mean, when you have so many turns, you do a lot of damage. So before I show you the full team, I want to say that this team is very flexible. You can use any sort of DPS. You're not supposed to use these people that I'm using. You can use any sort of DPS in this team. So it's very flexible. So the team that I just used was this team. And so Furion, Lydia, Newt, Nia, Emic, and Shemel. So the only necessary champions in this team are Nia and Emic. If you're not using a Shemel, you're gonna have to use maybe a Duchess, maybe a Rector Dress, someone with Veil, and they have to be faster than Emic. But I would recommend using an Inquisitor Shemel for more damage and because he boosts your leader. So in this team, you don't have to have Sulfurion, you don't have to have Lydia, you don't have to have Newt. You just need Nia, Emic, and Shemel. As I said, instead of Shemel, you can bring a Duchess too, if that's what you have. And instead of these three, you can use any other DPS, debuffer, block buffs, whatever you have. This is just what I wanted to bring. And I didn't bring block buffs, I just used someone like Sulfurion that places burns so that I don't weak it. And Lydia has a 1 block buff just for the Head of Brass. That's it. So it's not necessary to use these champions. Let's go see some parts of the run and I'll show you how to get through the run and what you need to do. So what we're trying to do here is we use MX A3, then we reset it with Nia's A2, and we reset Nia's A2 with MX A2. And because we use MX A2 all the time, everybody's having like 1 less cooldown on their abilities, so they're doing more damage. And as I said before, you don't need Sulfurion, you just need someone. You don't need Sulfurion or Lydia or Newt, you just need people that work together really well. And if you're not bringing someone that places burns, I would recommend bringing a block buff champion in like a provoke set. That would really help you out. Okay, so let's see the builds. So Lydia's at 302 speed. She's in protection. However, if you can put her in her set instead of Nia, that would be much better because she does a lot of AoEs on the A2. The cooldown of this becomes 2 turns and it's more than the number of AoEs that Nia does. Because it's just better on Lydia. You can have both of them in first, and that wouldn't be an issue. That would probably be even better. You can always build Lydia with damage too. She can do some good damage too because she does a lot of AoEs in this comp. Nia doesn't really hit that hard, so it doesn't really matter. Nia's set, if you want her to be your healer, you can put her in a lifesteal set. I used to have her in lifesteal for like a very long time and she healed so much. If you want her to apply curse, you can put her in a curse set. This team doesn't need a provoker, so you don't need a provoke set, but if you really want to, you can put her in a provoke set, but I would not recommend it. My DPS is Newt. He's in immunity. He doesn't need immunity, it's just what I had on him from before. You can put him in Relentless. I wouldn't put him in Relentless for this team because you always have the unkillable on you with Emek and Nia, so that kind of keeps you alive. So instead, you can give him like faster stats, like 270 speed, and like more crit damage, more defense, and like maybe put him even in Savage so that he does more damage. And Sulfurion, which is my other DPS, you can use anyone else that places burns. I'm using this for placing burns instead of bringing a block buffs, which increases my damage. I think I've mentioned this in my other video with Emek for brutal and hard, that you can bring other DPS. You don't have to bring Sulfurion. You can use someone like Mordecai for like easier teams. You can use another burner like Temesia. You can use Supreme Gaelic because he has block buffs and burns. You have a lot of options. It's not just these. You have a lot of options to just fill the role of the DPS in this team. Just bring what you have. These champions like Newt and Sulfurion are not necessary. The only necessary champs are Emek and Nia. Shemale, Lydia, and Newt and Sulfurion can be swapped. You just have to have someone that places burns. You need to have someone that does damage, and you need some sort of increased speed in your team so that you go fast enough. That's all you need. And of course debuffs, decrease defense and decrease and weaken are important in your team too. So Sulfurion is in Relentless because he's very tanky. I didn't mind putting him in Relentless. He's at 286, 67k HP, 3.4k defense, and some accuracy. The accuracy is low for Nightmare because I built him originally for Brutal, and so I would have to change his banner sometime in the future. Hydra Nia, I showed her before. She's in Curse, 258. 100% crit rate, a little bit of crit damage. Doesn't matter. The crit rate and crit damage don't really matter in the first set. I just wanted to have a little bit more damage. And she's got okay defense, low HP, and some enough accuracy. My Shemale, 4.3k attack, 238 crit damage. These are not very high. He is very fast, 240, which is kind of necessary in this team because you want your damage dealers to be fast. And good HP and okay defense. In this team particularly, you probably don't need this much HP and defense. You can probably run him with more damage stats and like very squishy because he's always going to be under the unkillable. However, sometimes the mischief might steal your buffs and that might cause issues, but if he doesn't, you're going to be fine. As long as he doesn't steal anything, you're going to be fine. Yep. And Emek, he has around 500 resistance. This is very important. You need 490 or like above 500 resistance for Nightmare Hydra, and as you go lower, you just decrease it by like 10-15 accuracy, 10-15 resistance. And he's at 273, 2.3k defense, 60k HP. The higher his HP is, the bigger the shield would be, and that would help you a lot with survivability. But this is good enough. I never had anyone die. Like Sulfurion's revive never got used in my run. Also, one more thing that would cause your team to fail would be Nia, White Dread Nia, getting provoked by the Head of Wrath. I didn't have the silver or the gear to give her resistance, but if you have, but if you're trying to build her, give her like 450 resistance or more resistance, at least 450 resistance, so that she doesn't get debuffed. If she gets provoked, your tune is gonna get destroyed. Well, you can still like get it back in tune, but you're still gonna get in trouble. And as I said in my last video, if one of your champions gets swallowed, you can still get them back easily, get them out very easily, because the timer is very high, because you barely ever get swallowed. I hope that makes sense. Once you try it out, you'll understand. So yeah, this is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I 100% recommend this kind of team with Emic and Nia, and a bunch of DPS, and like maybe like a healer. And I think this is like a future for Hydra. Sure, it takes a long time, but it's very, very good, and it can give you a lot of damage. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. Please leave a comment and tell me in the comment section what you want to see in the future. Also, please subscribe so that we can grow, and hopefully in the future I can have access to the test server, and I don't have to use all my silver. Being a free player doesn't really help that much. So yeah, this is it for the video. Thank you guys for watching, and see you guys later.